Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Chrono Trigger. Last time, we changed history. Not for just anyone, but for the sake of this lovely... Oh, they stopped walking in such a cute position. Okay, well, I'm not gonna imply anything. They haven't implied anything yet. But seriously, we changed history with the help of Frog, saving the Queen, returning the Guardia royal line to normal. This time, back in Guardia Castle, there's quite a few faces we've yet to talk to, and I want to see them all before we go back to the future. Her Majesty's objection was the work of the Fiend Lord's troops as well, it seems. All that remains is to crush the enemy's troops. Seems the Fiend Lord sent Yakra here as well. Sir Cyrus was commander of the knighthood, sworn to protect the king and queen with his own blade. 10 years ago, he and a lone friend departed on a quest, and no one has heard from them since. Who would have thought the cathedral, their hideout? Such sacrilege! Wasn't expecting a word like that here. So the cathedral was at the heart of it all. It seems that that frog fellow served valiantly too. But now that our enemy's plan to kidnap the queen has been foiled, they will no doubt be quick to launch their full assault. Oh, if only Sir Cyrus were here. And in here, some unfinished business. I can't believe I missed this guy. He was what my eyes were first drawn to. I'll stop dragging it out. I'm dying. I'm dying of hunger. Wow, now I feel really bad for not talking to him all this time. Your meal is ready. Finally! So nom nom nom. So relatable that you're too weak to do anything, and then as soon as the food is actually on the table, whoop, nope, never mind, I'm good. Oh, it understands me. Hey, buddy, how's about a free house? Perhaps maybe the bush was its shelter, and we kicked it out, and because the bush was serving that purpose, it technically counts. Back in Truce Village, there's a place that I want to pay a visit really quick. This residence. I'm Bonta, the village blacksmith. We talked to this guy earlier, and, you know, in the Truce Village of our time, there's a man who looks just like this. Taban, Luca's dad. They use the same sprite, and in both English and Japanese, their names are scrambled up versions of one another. I think they're anagrams is what you call them. Yeah, anagrams. They are anagrams of each other. Taban, Bonta, Luca's ancestor was working with metal, just as she does. Now, back in Truce Canyon, we're just gonna go, oh. No, we're not. We have a forced battle right here. This is a new enemy. It is a Friendillo. Oh. These guys are notable in that they always drop ethers, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, critical hit there. That 130 damage. Jeez, Chrono. Since it's our first battle with Marl, I'll reiterate that she attacks using a crossbow, but she's actually learned a tech in the time that we were getting back from the castle. Aura is a healing tech based on Marl's magic skills. 67 HP ain't bad, and beyond that, sorry to make you wait there, buddy. Go ahead, just keep making fun of me. I kind of deserve it for just sitting around. Chrono is able to use his turn to help Marl to do a dual tech, Aura Whirl, healing the entire party. As you see, heals roughly the same amount that Aura by itself did. Very helpful, and it's a reason why it can be worth it to wait for both characters' turns to come around and not just spam the attacks as they come up. No, I don't need to do Cyclone. We can just chop off his tongue, or further the fissure that is on top of his head, bringing it down lower through his brain and killing him very gruesomely. Got a potion there, didn't get the ether after all. It is possible to get multiple items from battle, so I think I was just mistaken on it being guaranteed, but it is still a good chance, and the Friendillo's right there. Can be an easy spot to get ethers. So, how do we get home? Well, Your Highness, Please call me Marl! Well then, Marl, observe. Whoa! Luca, you're amazing! Aw, she knows it. Sorry, I should be more humble in front of... Enough already, I'm a princess, but what's that mean? I can't do anything special. But you're incredible. I'd trade my name for your genius in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call these distortions gates. They're basically portals at the same location in a different time. But gates are unstable. That's why they appear and disappear all the time. So I use the principle behind my telepod device to create this gate key. It's what's locking the gate in place. But why did this gate suddenly appear in the first place? Either the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. This is starting to sound complicated. Why don't we head back to our own time for now? All right, coming, Chrono. I mean, if I wasn't, I'd be kind of boned because you're the one with the key and not me. Huh. Woo! We made it! Chrono, Luca, why don't you come back with me to the castle? It would give me a chance to thank you properly for everything. I'm really sorry for putting you through all this, Marl. What are you talking about? It was the most fun I've had in months! I died! Chrono, be a gentleman and take her home. I still need to do a little more snooping into why that gate appeared. See you again soon, Luca! Well, Chrono, are you ready to escort me home? Back at the fair, along with Marl, as things should be. If you have not done all of the activities in the fair that I have shown you once, this is a good opportunity to do that. I would highly recommend doing so. Melchior, I highly doubt I can afford your silver sword. Oh, I can afford your silver sword. I don't want to spend everything I have for 2 points of attack, honestly. No. I mean, it would be cool, it'd be optimal, it bothers me, but I will resist for sake of common sense. A small detail that I didn't know that I'd like to show you now is that the kindly old mayor who sets up his house for adventurers to use, he'll be so glad that you want to know more after his speech that talking to him again gives 300 gold. What a kindly, thoughtful old man. Down this way, across this bridge, is someplace we have not been yet, Luca's house. I thought we could drop in on her. Reducing the form factor of a bipedal robot without compromising the balance is tougher than I thought. Oh, Chrono, hurry up and escort the princess back to the castle. Yes, ma'am. You're just here micromanaging our friendship for us, constantly. If we go through the different rooms, we can see that it's very mechanical. She has gadgets and gizmos coming out of her ears and crowding up her parents' room. Oh no, not her parents' room. That was her room. Luca and Taban are always off tinkering on their latest inventions. I bought you this apple with what we earned today. Oh, you're so thoughtful. Taban can't be talked to? Okay. He just cares deeply for his wife. Oh, wait, no, there you are. Oh, Lucas friends. Sorry, I guess you were working on testing the prototype portable telepod. That's all you say, okay. Going up through Guardia Forest. These trees have aged quite a bit. They're a lot more yellowed than before. We could fight enemies, I just don't see much purpose in it because these things are very weak. We were taking them out in one hit before, and we certainly would have no problem now. Princess Nadia! Are you alright? Where on earth have you been? Wait, heard you were abducted! We had soldiers combing the entire kingdom for you! Should have started the search about 400 years sooner, buddy. You back there! You're the one, aren't you? Thought you'd kidnap the princess. No, Chrono only... Seize him! Seize the filthy terrorist! He deceived our princess and plotted to overthrow the crown! No, you mustn't... Stop this right now! What are you fools doing? But Her Highness the Princess said... It doesn't matter what she said, seize him! Chrono! This is an outrage! I'll have you know that I was dubbed by King Guardia the 21st as Sir Chrono! There must be at least one urinating fountain of me in this castle garden somewhere! I, your Chancellor, shall serve as prosecutor. I, Pierre, represent the defense. Members of the court, I will now bring forth the defendant, Chrono, who is charged with the abduction of Princess Nadia. What shall be his fate? To burn at the stake, perhaps? To feel the tickler? Or hang upside down? Or shall we employ the guillotine? The choice is yours, good jurors. Now, let us begin. We shall first hear the testimony of the defense. Chrono is charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. The question is, how could he be guilty of a crime that never occurred? The prosecution would have you believe that the defendant kidnapped the princess. However, the truth is quite to the contrary. Not only was their meeting a coincidence, but it was the princess herself who asked Chrono if she could join him. Is that true? Who was responsible for initiating contact? Now, she does ask to come with you. But we were the ones who said everything was okay, and, I suppose bumping into someone is initiating contact. Indeed, the defendant deliberately approached the princess, pretending it was an accident. Oof. Ouch. Having subdued the princess, the defendant then coerced her into visiting Luca's little sideshow. There were countless witnesses to this. Shortly thereafter, both the princess and the defendant vanished. If that is not criminal abduction, I don't know what is. Several other acts have also been brought to my attention that call the defendant's character into question. Objection! This cannot possibly have any relevance to the case. Care to respond, Chancellor? Chrono's character is at the very core of this case, Your Honor. This evidence will show that his testimony cannot be trusted. Very well. We have nothing to hide. I would like to call a witness who can vouch for the defendant's good character. That man brought me my kitty back. Thank you, mister. How was that? The man before you is a fine, upstanding youth. He deserves to be honored, not put on trial. Looks like they're buying it. The real issue here is motive. Was there any motive for this good youth to kidnap Princess Nadia? No, there was none. Pardon me, but I believe the motive was quite clear. Greed. Her fortune did tempt you. Did it not, Chrono? No. Are you sure you weren't in the least bit tempted? Not at all. Didn't even know she was a princess. Very well. No more questions, Your Honor. I believe it has been made quite evident that my client is a fine and virtuous young man. The defense rests, Your Honor. Members of the jury, it is time for a verdict. If you believe the defendant guilty, stand to the left. Innocent, to the right. Juror number 1 is based on whether you said that you were tempted by Marl's fortune. But he was there on the day of the fair, and if you attempted to sell Marl's pendant to Melchior, you were tempted by her riches anyway. Juror 2 is not quite right in the head and is easily the hardest to win over. All those times that you swore you did everything right, but it just doesn't work out anyway, it was probably this loony. He's based on the testimony of the little girl and her cat, but he has strange opinions. She said that we helped the cat, and we did save him, yet he just doesn't like us anyway. This is what I was talking about when I said the order that you talk to people in can sometimes mess with things and it's a little glitchy. I sort of don't like that this is a problem, but that's why this is happening. Juror 3 was present at the day of the fair because he votes guilty if Chrono tried to drag Marl away from the candy shop because he overhears Marl say the word kidnapper when you do that. Juror number 4 will be influenced by juror number 1, but also doesn't like it if you pick up Marl's pendant before helping her up. Juror 5 just doesn't like greed. Will always answer not guilty as long as you answer the Chancellor correctly. Juror 6 is the old man whose wife made him lunch. If you stole from him, he's not gonna like you. Juror number 7, a living lie detector. Hates any kind of lying at any point in the trial. Don't say that Marl started it. Remember, honesty is the best policy. He's like your grandpa who knows everything you did by just looking you in the eye. A verdict has been reached. The defendant has been found not guilty. But even if he did not kidnap the princess, the fact remains that he aided in her flight from the castle. I sentence the accused to 3 days of solitary confinement as punishment. Take him away! Stop! Princess Nadia! That's quite enough, young lady. But father, all I asked was for you to remain at the castle and behave like a princess. What's done is done. Even royalty must obey the laws of the land. Leave the rest up to the Chancellor and forget about your little escapade in town. We are through here. Chrono! This man is a seditionist who meant to overthrow our kingdom. He has been found guilty by trial. I trust him to your care. So this is the monster who abducted the princess. His execution is 3 days hence. See that he is still here to attend it. Execution? I don't recall hearing anything about that. No cause for concern. There's only been a small delay in the paperwork. Or do you mean to question me? Never, sir. Guards! Take the prisoner away.